Okay, good afternoon. Thank you, first of all, thank you for the very warm welcome. Thank you for the large attendance. I would like to make it short and sharp, and then we will be ready for your answers. We'll start with the goalkeepers. For the goalkeepers, we have Lawrence Atizigi from FC St. Gallen. We have Joseph Wollacott from Crawley Town. We have Frederick Asari from Asante Kotoko. Going to the defenders, we have Alidi Seydu from Stade Rennes. We have Tariq Lamte from Brighton and Hove Albion. We have Alexander Djiku from Fenerbahce Istanbul. We have Abdul Mumin from Rayo Vallecano. We have Mohamed Salisu from AS Monaco. We have Jerome Opoku from Başakşehir Istanbul. We have Ebenezer Anan from OFK Belgrade. And then we have Kingsley Schindler from Samsunspor. In the midfield, we have Mohamed Kudus from West Ham United. We have Abu Francis from Cercle Bruges. We have Thomas Partey from Arsenal FC. We have Elisha Owusu from AG Auxerre. We have Majid Ashimeru from RC Anderlecht. And last but not least, the forwards, we have Abdul Fattah Ishuaku from Leicester City. We have Joseph Pencil from LA Galaxy. We have Ibrahim Osman from Feyenoord Rotterdam. We have Antoine Semenyo from AFC Bournemouth. We have Iñaki Williams from Athletic Bilbao. We have Jordan Ayew, has now changed to Leicester City. And Brendan Thomas Asante from Coventry City. I would like to hand over to Mr. Henry Asante to just give you some updates on injury, on players who couldn't come due to injuries.
So the players are 23. Some of them couldn't make the squad because of various injuries. The first one is Salis Abdul Samad. He has a muscle injury. Patrick Pfeiffer, also a muscle injury. Gideon Mensah has a muscle tear. Ernest Nuama has an inflammation, so he couldn't make the squad. Kamaldeen Sulemana, ankle injury. And then Ibrahim Sulemana, twisted ankle, so he couldn't also make the squad. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget that Joseph Addo, who got injured somewhere last year before the Africa Cup of Nations, is now on his way back to full recovery. He's involved in team training at Celta Vigo, but he's not match fit. Because of that, the technical staff decided to leave him out of this squad. Also, Daniel Kovicha, who's been injured for quite a long time, is also now on his way back to full fitness, for which reason he was left out of the squad. So that's by way of updates on injuries and reasons why these key players were left out. Thank you. At this point, we will take your questions. Mutala, please.
It's not up to standard. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. Excuse me. To be honest, I didn't quite understand your question. So you were asking why? So you were asking for more goalkeepers from the Premier League?
I'm asking for the reasons why we didn't have 2 or 3 players from the GPL in the squad.
Okay. So I think it's not easy, and we will. I think I said it last time. We will watch more closely the Ghanaian Premier League, and it's very, very difficult. And I know if I would have left one out of these 23 players, you would be asking me for why is he not in. So whatever I do, there will be questions. But at the moment, and for me it's not about Ghana Premier League or French Ligue 1 or England Premier League or Bundesliga, it's about the players. And we need the best players to reach our aim to qualify for the AFCON. And that's for me the most important thing. I don't care where the player comes from. If I'm convinced, and that's it. So at the moment, these are the 23 players which I think are the best to help us in transitioning my idea of football and what I want to see and how I think we can beat Angola and Niger on the pitch. And that's why they're in. It hasn't got anything to do with which league they're playing in. And surely some leagues are maybe higher rated. If I think about the British Premier League, it's very, very high rated in my eyes. And if you can compete in that league, you definitely have a place in our squad. But like I said, at the moment or in general, it doesn't matter to me which league a player is playing in. But if I see the performance and the performance can fit in our system, then I will call it.
I have 4 questions. Let me respond to the first one from Jerome. Jerome, the game is going to be played in Morocco because that's where CAF wants the game to be played. Niger, unfortunately, do not have the required or standard stadium in their country, so CAF has settled the game for Morocco. Berkane, to be precise. I'll leave the rest to the coach. Okay. Then Amankwa and then the leadership hierarchy in your team.
Okay. At this very moment, John Pencil is in Kumasi, and he was there last week as well to observe the pitch. To be honest, it is concerning because the way we want to play, we need a good pitch. To be honest. Yeah, but at the moment there are internal discussions how we can do better. That there will be no discussions about the pitch. We want our players to be happy, to make everything possible to do their best on the pitch, and therefore we have to do a little bit better, I think, or much more better to prepare the pitch as best as possible. And I think as a FA in general and all the people who are involved in the pitch preparation, but also in the maintenance of the pitch, we have to, we are in discussions at the moment even to discuss things, how to prepare things better. And I know it's difficult. It's difficult because of the weather. It's difficult because there are a lot of events happening and a lot of games, and we don't have this capacity of stadiums in Ghana. But we have to, in long term, we have to improve the facilities. We have to improve the possibilities to play in several or more stadiums. We want to be more seen in each part of the country, and therefore we have to better the infrastructure in general. And this is one of our biggest aim. And with this, I think it will bring more quality on the pitch and the way we want to play, and to bring back, more quality in Ghanaian football.
Great.
Yeah, I think I don't want to repeat myself. So there was a question about Andre. I think you said yourself that you are happy that we organize or bring a squad, and also we look on the actual performance. And like I said the last time, we have to look a little bit further. We have to look into the next AFCON, but also, if God permits, if we might qualify for the World Cup, also for that. So we're looking 1, 2, 3 years ahead, and we have to build a squad for that. And I don't want to repeat myself. I said it the last time. The reasons why we choose some maybe younger players or some other players to come into the squad, and we're building up, and I think we did quite well the last time, even though it was very, very tough. And I know the next games are even going to be tougher because everybody expects us to win. It's going to be tough, and we might also get some knockbacks, but this is the way it is in football, and we're looking a little bit longer. We're looking for long-term development, and that's why we decided also last time not to invite Andre. And Daniel Mate, yeah, it's a bit of the same. I don't know if you watch. Do you know when he played last time? Maybe to one of your questions. I mean, like, if you're actually asking this kind of question in particular, you should know when he played for his club last time. He?
Yeah,
No,
let's move on. He didn't play the last 4 games. I thought you were asking me.
No, yeah. I was asking.
I know the last time.
No, he's not
He
playing.
did feature the last 4 games of the Turkish league. I'm asking this because of perceived questions or doubts in other people's head.
Okay.
You have stayed in Germany for long, with all due respect. You know when Ballack wasn't getting playing time, he wasn't easily kicked out of the diamond shaft. Same applied to Schweinsteiger and the rest. Now you're playing this. So I'm only recapping what you have seen and what you've experienced from a successful team. When you build in a new team, we just don't, and it's what I know, you don't just kick out the most experienced ones, because the younger ones may be picking certain lessons from them. But I'm only asking questions that lay persons are thinking about.
Okay, so I don't, to be honest, I don't like the terms you're using, because the last time I said I would never close the door, never, on any player. And I said it, and I will say it again. The door is always open. It comes with performance, and if I'm convinced, I can bring a player back. For me, there's no problem. But at the moment, this is the status, and I would never kick out a player. Like I said, I try always to be respectful with the players. Even those who are not being called, I called them myself to talk about it and tell them the reason why. So the word or the term kick out, I don't think we should use it. But like I said, this is the actual status. We are in contact with all the players, and the door is never closed, never. Because if the performance is outrageous, surely we will want the best players to play for Ghana. Okay. And then there was a question about Boston Amankwa. Yeah, he injured himself in the last game, but so my assistant coach Joseph Laumann is in contact with him. I think he did well. He didn't play too much and too long in the last part of the season, but now I think he's doing really well, and we have a close eye on him. And our decision was that he will be on standby this time, but maybe he will come next time. I don't know. We'll see. I think he's, like you said, he has a good start, and it was a close decision. Leadership. If in case Thomas got injured, yeah, first of all, I hope that Thomas doesn't get injured, and if not, surely we have with Alex Zico, with Mohamed Kudus, with Salisu, experienced players who easily can replace him as a captain.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Ebenezer. I begin sympathy when you play for the local teams. Thank you.
3 more. I said, and I said again, for me, it doesn't matter where they play. I remember when I was assistant coach, Fatau Ishuaku was playing the 2nd division, and he was called for the national team. And I, in discussion with the coach, also pleaded for Fatau to stay in the team. So for me, like I said, it doesn't matter where you play. If the performance is good, it's there. So, and all the players, always you have to think about, which player you mention, you have to think about, if I call one of those players, you have to think about, is he better than one of the players we called? You know? So this is the question, and not like why you leave him out. You know? And I know that if I would bring them, you would ask me of one of those players who are on the squad, why are they left out? So I know it's your job, and you have to ask, and I respect that, but the truth is, like I always try to get the best team on which I think we can win. That's all. And if they play wherever they play, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon to you, Coach. Actively. Thank you.
I think, to be honest, we can name so many players and we can talk the whole night about players and reasoning. And I talk to the players. Like those players who are left out, I talk to them. I think it's an internal talk. When I talk to Osman Bukhari, I explain things to him. And that's the job of the coach. And I know that you would ask me now if, let's say, Osman Bukhari would be in and Joseph Pencil would not be in, you would ask me about Joseph Pencil, you know, so I know this is your job, but there's nothing I can do. I have to decide, and I think these are the players which I think are best. And I think the personal conversation between me and the players, I would never, and I said it last time, I would never bring it out in public, you know. If the player decides to do so, it's on them, but I wouldn't do that. And it's a private conversation. And I try to give you an explanation about how we think and what we want to do and about what our decision is. And like I said, we have to think a little bit more long term. And that's why maybe some decisions are very, very hard. And I like all the players, and there's no problems with me or any player who's not called. And this is all I can say. With Baba Rahman, it's a little bit special because he decided not to come. Yeah, I explained it last time. Last time I explained it, and we were talking about bullying and whatsoever, and I applied also on the media to not insult players, because players have families, players have friends, and it affects a whole lot of things, and people are jumping on these things. And we are all human beings, and there should always be a line on where also the press shouldn't go above. And this is what I explained last time, and I hope that Baba one day will decide to play again, but at the moment he doesn't want to play. What was the other question? Yeah, I think I said it before. The door is always open, and I would really like to hear, like, okay, let's say Bernard Mensah, if you want him in, huh? Please tell me who would you take out, please? Yeah, I don't know. You know, you tell me who he thinks is better than one of the players we have. So it's very, very difficult, and we're observing all the players. Like I said, for me, it's all about quality and it's all about performance. But I know there are some decisions which are very, very close. And if players are performing, we have to compare those players, and also if it fits to our playing style and whatsoever. And it's very, very difficult. But at the end, I can just call 23, sometimes even more players, if we have some doubts here and there. But this is my job, and I have to take this decision. And these are the players who are decided for. And it doesn't mean that the others are doing bad. And sometimes it's just like a slight decisions. It's just some little details where we discuss it in our coaching stuff, where we decide at the end who will come. Okay. I think the first time I came here as a head coach in 22, before we played against Nigeria, I was after them. I was after them, and they said they needed time. And now they're still not here, but the door's open. It's just like, to be honest, I think players who want to join the national team should come quite early to get familiar with me, with the team, with their players, with Ghana as such, and not before a tournament. This one, I think, this is the only point where I said the door is closed. If somebody comes, maybe just before the World Cup, oh, I want to join the team, this is not possible. I think it won't be fair. But before that, they have my number. I called them, I texted them several times, So they are always welcome.
That is what's important. That's my question.
Okay. I think okay, so everybody can have his opinion, and I respect that. So this is your opinion. We have other opinions there. I think, and you're right, the goalkeepers you mentioned are very good. There's also Benjamin Asari. I think he also did very well. So we are talking about all the players, all the goalkeepers, and also the one who caught. But at the end, we decided for Frederick. And yeah, for me, he did well. In the games he played, he had an injury. And when he came to our training, it was really, really impressive the way he trained, the way he...
Please, sorry for the interruption. You said he did well at where? As an Ecuador?
At our training, like I said. At our training, but also at Kotoko. And all the goalkeepers, sometimes I know they make mistakes, but we are looking for a long-time performance and development. And I think he's a very, very talented goalkeeper. He did extremely well.
Please reduce the memory for him to answer the question.
He did, like I said, he did extremely well at the last call-up. And I don't know, were you in Kumasi the last time?
Yes, I was there.
He was there? Ah, okay. Maybe the next time we can discuss things and with the goalkeeper department, because the way you see him, like very, very bad, I don't see it like that. And but maybe you have your reasons. But to be honest, he was really, really good. And then what was extremely also well was his support of the pitch. And this is something we are looking also for. We are looking for a very, very good team culture. And he did extremely well in supporting the players and the other goalkeepers. And at the moment we have a very good culture. We wouldn't like to break it. And surely we'll be watching him. We'll be watching other goalkeepers when the season will start. And then we will take our decisions. But I think he has a bright future. He's a very good talent. And he did very well. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, it's okay. I respect that. But we have other opinion at the moment over Frederick. So it's for me it will be a big mistake, and this is a mistake a lot of people in general are making, to take too many steps at the time where they should take it one step after another. And it's very, very important that we focus on our next coming game. And for me, I'm not thinking at the World Cup at the moment, to be honest. I'm just focusing on Angola. We have to beat them. It will be very, very difficult. They have a strong squad, and it will be a big, big, big mistake to think about anything else in my position, but also for the players. So I'm really, really sorry, but for me, we have to take one step after another. We have to qualify for the AFCON first, and this is my aim at the moment. And for this, we have to have a good start against Angola. And this is what I'm thinking at the moment, and nothing else. Sorry. Let me answer. We are focusing on our next game, and one thing you can be sure of: every player who's good and has Ghanaian heritage and could play for the national team, we will be interested. And just in general, this question for you: if somebody has a Ghanaian name and he plays in the top leagues in Europe, it's interesting for us. This is for sure. Okay. Thank you. Like you said, there were many, or I think we said before, there were many good goalkeepers. Also, let's say Benjamin Asari, to mention one of them, but also Dream's good goalkeeper did extremely well. And we discuss it. We always discuss it with our goalkeeper coach, and at the end we take decision. But for us, it's not only because it's maybe, unless it's maybe the first goalkeeper, but also some other positions are not always like like the best at the moment. So we are always looking for long-term development and then long-term integration of young talented players in general, and also goalkeepers. So, like I said before, Frederick Asaro is a young talented goalkeeper, and we want to also look a little bit further. So I think his age gave the last decision, maybe in this case, because we know if we go further 2, 3, 4 years more and he gets this experience, he will get better. Okay?
I'll just